As we told you last night, our longtime friend and colleague Judy Sanders has passed away after a valiant fight against ovarian cancer. Judy was the cornerstone of our reporting staff for over 25 years and set the standard in the market during her years here. And while those who knew and admired her saw a strong, determined journalist, it was in her dying days that we learned of her real courage as she marked the end of her life the way she lived it, on her own terms.
And they call me a hard-driving woman.
During her years at WRGB, Judy Sanders was the personification of perpetual motion. If there was a big story happening, she was there. The Amadou Diallo trial, the sinking of the Ethan Allen, Hillary Clinton being sworn in as U.S. Senator. From fears of nuclear fallout,
If radiation were to escape from Indian Point for whatever reason,
to the disappearance of Sarah Ann Wood.
what would it be like for you to have gone through what the Woods have gone through?
She covered murders and mayhem,
You stay away from my house.
performing arts and politics.
It's one day before the New Hampshire primary and the race is tightening up.
And if she thought her job was to take the viewer on a thrill ride, well, she wasn't afraid to lead the way.
With a wave goodbye, it's off to the wild blue yonder.
Judy loved being the go-to reporter on the big stories, like tens of thousands storming the state capitol over a threatened hike in SUNY tuition. She was the one who got the exclusive interview with a mad killer's family when Louis Lamp was convicted.
The guilty party. The guilty party. They know who they are out here.
And she won a New York Emmy for the discovery of a lifetime.
This is Judy Sanders for Channel 6.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, we found the mother with a stolen baby. We're here with her on 8th Street.
I didn't take no baby.
Judy actually confronted a kidnapper on the streets of Troy who had run off with an infant, and it was that dramatic encounter that would symbolize her career.
Look at some of her.
What are your most proud accomplishments?
Her experience and drive led to some iconic moments. Then State Senate Majority Leader Joe Bruno pulling no punches at the speed bag.
Yeah. What would you think?
The elusive Lauren Bacall reminiscing about her career.
Where did your creative drive come from? What made you ready for that big break that came when you were on the cover of the magazine at what, 17, 19 years old?
Well, I was picked off the cover of a magazine when I was 17, actually. But
In 2006, after thousands of stories and interviews and live shots, Judy went looking for a new adventure and found it at the state capitol. As an avid photographer her whole life, she convinced Governor Eliot Spitzer to hire her as his official photographer and kept that role with Governors Patterson and Cuomo until illness forced her to retire. In March, Judy wrote her most compelling and very personal story, and it has been in her final months that we learned Judy Sanders' passion for living could only be trumped by her grace in dying. This trip to Lime Rock symbolized so much about Judy. She sped through life with fearlessness and great originality.
It's like my best fantasy.
Not so much smelling the roses as scooping them up as she went racing by.
I don't think the average guy is any better than the average woman, but the average woman doesn't come here.
So I'm exceptional.
Yes, you are.
In Albany, Judy Sanders, Channel 6 News.